Hey, what's going on, guys? How do you do? It's your boy Gray here. Welcome back to the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, in today's video, I wanted to show you guys all of the kill streaks in Modern Warfare, how to call them in, and what they do. All right, before we get into that, if you guys are brand new around here, I do upload videos every single day, a lot of Call of Duty content, tips and tricks videos, update videos, anything you can think of Call of Duty related, I'm on top of it. So if you guys are brand new, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, drop a like on today's video, click on that like button. It really does help the channel grow. If you guys are interested in live streams, I do live stream here on YouTube and also on Twitch, both platforms, Monday through Friday. Gonna try and throw in some weekends as well. A link to my Twitch can be found in the description below. Feel free to follow me on Twitch. The Twitch streams are always a vibe. All right, so we're gonna go through these one by one here, man, starting with the personal radar. And you guys can see right here, you basically call in a personal radar. It hovers right above you, and it actually gives you an indication of where the enemy is when they shoot in the field or if they're in your perimeter. Next up here, guys, a shield turret. It's actually a really fun one to use out in the field. You call it in, you place it down on the floor, and then you can manually control it. It's basically a turret. Like they said, it's a shield turret. You have protection in front of you, so if the enemy target is trying to shoot you, the only way they can get you is if they come basically around you and get that kill. But you can place it down on the floor and control it, get a couple kills of anybody who's in front of you. Next up here, guys, the counter UAV, which unlocks at level 36. Jesus. The counter UAV, pretty simple, guys. You call it in just like you would a UAV or a personal radar. Basically, just call it in, and it basically jams and scrambles the enemy UAV. They won't be able to see anything on their current UAV on their minimap. Next up here, guys, the UAV, which I believe, if I remember correctly, since I have it unlocked, it doesn't tell me what level it unlocks. I believe it unlocks at level 6, if I remember correctly. But it's pretty simple. You call it in just like you would anything else, just like a UAV, a personal radar, or I'm sorry, counter UAV, a personal radar. You call it in, and it sweeps through your minimap, and it shows you, it indicates where exactly the enemy is. Next up here, guys, we got the care package, which unlocks at level 28. You call it in, it gives you one random kill streak in the package. So basically you call it in, you throw a little bit of like a smoke bomb, and I believe it takes anywhere between, I think it's like 13-14 seconds if I timed it out correctly. But basically they drop down, they parachute down a care package. Once it hits the floor, you can go to it, go to the box, open it, and you get a random kill streak. Next up here, guys, we got the cluster strike. Pretty simple. You call it in by pointing a laser to the specific location that you want the cluster strikes to basically attack. And I believe it comes in, if I remember correctly, I think it's like anywhere between 5 or 6 that attack in one specific spot. Up here, guys, we have the cruise missile, which unlocks at level 45. Pretty simple, man. You call it in using a tablet, and you can actually control the cruise missile itself. You can actually also like increase the speed and boost it a little bit as well. You can't cluster it, unfortunately, but that's basically it right there. So up here, guys, we got the precision airstrike, which basically you use like these big binoculars, kind of in a sense, and you designate where you want the airstrike to hit. And I believe it's twin jets. So not only does it hit once, but it also hits twice in that area. Next up here, guys, we got the infantry assault vehicle, which is actually only available on specific maps. And you guys can see the maps right there in the top right-hand side. It's only available on these maps. You can only use it on these maps here. But it's pretty simple. You call it in. It's unlocked, by the way, at level 44. You call it in very similar to just like how you call in any other kill streak. And it gets parachuted down from a big-ass jumbo plane. Gets parachuted down here, and you can actually man this and control this yourself. You can drive it, you can shoot using the main tank gunner in the front, or if you want, you can actually change to the top gun, which I believe it's like a 50 cal. It shoots 50 cal, it's like a machine gun. They're actually going to show it in a second here so you guys can see. There you go. Yep, switch to that as well and just light them up. There you go, man. So it's pretty cool, but it's only available on certain maps. All right, next up here, guys, we got the SENTRY gun. This actually unlocks at level 13, fairly early in the game here. SENTRY gun, pretty simple, guys, just like the personal turret. You basically place it down, except this one, it's completely automatic. It just scans the field for movement, and it just shoots anybody in its sight. All right, next up here, guys, we have the WHEELSON. Now, funny note about this is that if you guys were actually thinking about using the infantry assault vehicle here, and it's on a map that it's not available on, what you end up getting is the WHEELSON. Now, this is basically a remote-controlled UGV. You guys see right here, you unlock at level 23, and you control it from this tablet here, and you can control it, just drive it, and shoot with the turret that is available. All right, next up here, guys, for the ultimate team player, we have the emergency airdrop. This is basically just like a care package, except instead of 1 random kill streak, you get 3 random kill streaks. It unlocks at level 41. And once again, it takes about 13 seconds, 14 seconds for the care packages to actually drop. All right, next up here, guys, we got the VTOL jet. Now, this thing is an absolute monster. Unlocks at level 20. Pretty simple. You use the tablet to select where exactly you want the VTOL jet to not only hit with one of the missiles, which you guys can see right here, but it flies away and then it comes back and then it actually hovers around that specific area and basically defends it. You can also control it and tell it where to go once it's hovering. You can also tell it to move to certain different spots around the map. All right, next up here, guys, we got the white phosphorus. Now, this is actually pretty interesting. You unlock it at level 51. It's basically almost like a drive-by with the flyby, excuse me, drive-by, Jesus, a flyby, and it basically drops toxic smoke that really disrupts the enemy and sometimes even has the potential to kill. I actually got hit with one of these before and it was rough, man. Yeah. All right, next up here, guys, we have the chopper gunner. Basically, you just call it in and you can actually control it. Now, you can not only can you control the weapon that it has, which is the turret, and also it also has missiles that you can shoot, but you can also control where it goes throughout the field. You can actually tell it where to fly, where you want this chopper gunner to go. It's pretty cool, man. It's a really good kill streak. Next up here, guys, we have the support HELO. If I remember correctly, I believe this unlocks, I think at level either 10, 9, 10, or 11, one of those. But you guys can see right here, pretty simple. You just call it in and it does all the work for you. It defends an area. It will shoot anybody walking around in a specific area. It'll come through, hover, and just defend, man. This thing is an absolute monster. Really great kill streak to have out in the field. Next up here, guys, we have the gunship. You unlock this at level 31. You call it in using the tablet here, and you can actually, just like it says, you control the gunship. Think of it like an AC 130 or something like that, or the gunner ship, the ball turret gunner, and you can control it. And you have 3 different weapons to go through. You have the 40 millimeter, you have the 25 millimeter, you have the 105 millimeter canisters as well, turrets to go through. It's a slapper. It is a monster, man. All right, next up here, guys, we have the advanced UAV. Finally, it is back. It is officially here, man. Advanced UAV. You unlock it at level 48. Once again, you call it in just like you would a UAV, a counter UAV, a personal radar. You just call it in, and it does all the work for you, scanning your mini-map, specifically showing you where the enemy is and where they're moving, where they're looking. Great kill streak to have. All right, and last but certainly not least here, ladies and gentlemen, unlocks at level 55 the Juggernaut. Now, it's exactly what it sounds like, man. You call it in using one of these smoke detonators or call-ins, whatever they're called, and a plane just drops it like a care package. Once again, it takes about 13 seconds. Just keep that in mind. It takes about 12-13 seconds for it to drop and land. And once it drops, you can select it. And that's my PC making noise. That's wonderful. And you just become an unstoppable juggernaut, man. This thing is just beastly out in the field. It takes a lot of bullets to stop it, I'll tell you that. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video and the information. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the information. I'm going to back out of here. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on notifications. Drop a like. All that good stuff. Till the next one, my name is Gray. Peace.